So you're running for mayor in Colorado Springs. What prompted that?
For the government to tell us that we can't do something is bullshit. We tell the government what it can't do. It doesn't tell us what we can't do.
I can't listen to another person that's just saying, I'm just doing my job.
Oh, no, yeah.
Then quit.
Because if you look and see what happens around this country, especially with police chiefs and certain mayors, they'll tie the hands of cops and they can't do anything with criminals. They can't do anything. Again, like this mayor, he's tying our police chief's hands, regardless if he wants to admit it or not.
So you're running for mayor in Colorado Springs. What prompted that?
I love chaos. No, so, you know, it stemmed initially from 2020, from 2020. So that's why I kind of jumped in 2023. I was very vocal in 2020. I hated the shutdowns. I hated that stupid socialism, lockdown, just infringement crap. It pissed me off. So I did a lot of things in Colorado trying to tell business, just open up. They can't shut you, and they can't. They can't shut you all down. They can't. Otherwise, they destroy the whole entire city anyways. So I did things up in Denver, pissed off the police up there. I think one time he called me a stupid, selfish bastard because I was up there. I think I had like 4,000 something people show up, a bunch of dudes on motorcycles. I mean, it was a bike ride from all four corners of Colorado. It was pretty cool, and because for me, for the government to tell us that we can't do something is bullshit. We tell the government what it can't do. It doesn't tell us what we can't do. So I started really pushing back on that. And, cops arresting parents in parks with their kids. Yeah, no. Oh, hell no. To me, that's that. You as a cop, you should retire. You need to throw away that badge because you're a disgrace.
I'm with you on that one, man. I can't listen to another person that's just saying, I'm just doing my job.
Oh, no, yeah.
Then fucking quit.
Yep, I'm on 100%.
And get a new job.
Your job, if you're just following orders, you can just go enjoy prison the rest of your life, in my opinion, because you're violating somebody else's rights. That's how I am. I'll back the blue, but again, that doesn't, your lack of knowledge does not supersede my freedoms.
Yeah.
So then, 23 came around. I was starting a new job because I got tired of traveling so much. And I was taking lunch and I saw on the news, you have so long to sign up and then so much longer to get the signature you need to, to run for mayor. I think I had 2 days to get my packet in. And then I had to 2 weeks to get my signatures. It was right before SHOT Show. I was like, shit, I'll just do it. So I got up, went down to I had no idea what I was just going to do it. Went down there, got the packet, came back, had a friend come over, filled out the paperwork, finished it that night, turned it in the next morning. Got my stuff to go get my signatures, the 200, you had to get 200 signatures. And then I had to come to SHOT Show. So they're doing that. I got 200 signatures the first weekend when I was gone. Came back, got another 200, turned it in that Monday. And then I got on the ballot, and then they tried to remove me from the ballot.
Why'd they try to remove you from the ballot? Because
supposedly 2 people came in to the administrative office and said I didn't live in Colorado Springs. So I asked them, so who are my accusers? Apparently you can't face your accusers in those incidents. People can just accuse you whatever. So I had to prove that I lived in Colorado Springs for over a year. It wasn't hard.
Seems pretty easy.
Yeah, but I'm just like, this is stupid. And then they try to fight me on putting John Tig Tigan on the ballot. I'm like, well, that's a trademark name. I can put anything I want on the ballot. So I got to fight. It was everything I did in the first round was a fight. So anyway, so I got on, I think it panicked a little bit of the other, it's a bipartisan supposedly, or not it's unaffiliated run. But I still think the Democrats kind of freaked out and they saw me jump on, and I think it went up to $1 million race. I raised like 20 grand, but again, I knew I didn't have a chance. That wasn't the point. The point was to do what I did. And this time I'm doing it again for the same reason. Again, my goal is the mayor can only do so much. And I think people need to realize that, which, when I was running, the questions they're asking you, even from the media, the mayor doesn't have no control over. So that's the hard part for me, was trying to figure out what can the mayor actually, because I'm not a politician. I never wanted to do it. And now I'm just like, screw it, I'm going to do it now. You can piss me off. But, they're asking things like a mayor can't control. That's more like a city council, or that's the county commissioners. It's just like, what's wrong with you people? So, but I want to give more control back to the people, back to the community, and even back to the police. Because if you look and see what happens around this country, especially with police chiefs and certain mayors, they'll tie the hands of cops, and they can't do anything with criminals. They can't do anything. Again, like this mayor, he's tying our police chief's hands, regardless if he wants to admit it or not, because I know people too. He won't allow the local law enforcement to work with federal agents to wrap up these criminals, these illegals. And to me, it's like, no, police, the number one job is to protect the community. Anyone who's violating our community need to be wrapped up. And again, if they're here illegally, they violated it. So my goal, in a way, I don't know, again, still looking into things, but trying to make it to where even though the mayor may still pick the police chief, he can't dictate what he does. Like, as long as he's within the Constitution, the mayor has no control. You shouldn't have to control that police chief, just like a sheriff. You can't control the sheriff.
Yeah.
But people say, well, you need to be able to make sure your town's taken care of. It's like, as long as you put in there, like, he has to abide by the U.S. Constitution, the state Constitution. That's all he needs to do. That's what you should be doing anyways. The mayor shouldn't be stopping, shouldn't be hindering, shouldn't be influencing, shouldn't be doing a damn thing with law enforcement. So again, it's just like the president kind of having control over the FBI and having them do a raid on a former president because he wants to. That's bullshit. Yeah. You shouldn't have that type of control, because that's what happens. You had during 2020, you had the Seattle police pulled completely out, and you had a Nation of Chaz show up. It's like, no, that they're there to protect the community. The mayor should not be telling that police chief to pull. The police chief should be doing their damn job, protecting the community. And then, just the infrastructure and all that stuff. And I got a little ways to go, but I got 2 years to prep, and I have like 8 issues I'm looking into that people complain about. But so,
well, I'm sure you're going to do well. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
People say, well, it should be easy. It's a military town, but we have 5 military bases. But again, it's the military don't vote. They vote, but not for Colorado Springs. They vote for the state they come from. That's the problem. Yeah, it's a military
town. Make an announcement, get them to register.
Right. I know when I ran the first time, I think it was about 100 people came up, said, I'm voting for the first time ever because you're running.
Good.
So that felt pretty good.
I'll bet it does.
So,
what's your wife think about you getting into politics?
So, she was going to run for a seat, for a state seat. No kidding. And she would have won. I mean, she would have smoked them. Anybody that was going to run against her. I mean, she's been involved in the political community across the whole state for about 5 years now. She helps organize like churches and stuff to kind of get more involved in politics because they've been too scared. They don't realize the rules and stuff. But
it's a big voting block.
Oh yeah, it's huge. Actually, I'm doing well. I'll get into that in a second. But so she's been involved with that, and she got asked to do that, and I was like, well, cool, because I'm gonna run for mayor. I'll win mayor. You'll be up there with good powerhouse. But then she's kind of like, yeah, I'd rather just stay home and I'll just help you. Because I get it. I mean, that would cause a little bit of a separation between us, her doing that, me doing this. Mm-hmm. So she's like, and plus, she does a lot of praying and stuff. And she's like, it never came to me to actually do it. It was more of my decision, and it's not something that God's leading me to, so I'm stepping back. I'm not going to do it. So now she's just pretty much like just going to help me do it. And she's actually going to business school right now too. So
no matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.